After a 10-6 victory against the Red Wings, the Muckdogs return to Dwyer from a home showdown against the Americans. Niagara Falls 2.5 games behind Jamestown for the 4 seed, trying to creep up in the standings and playoff picture. On the flip side, Batavia sits 8 games atop the West and searches for another win to climb and clinch the 1 seed for good. Clouds cover the sky atop Batavia, New York, but the game rolls on. It's the Americans and Muckdogs, and it starts right now. Hello and welcome into Dwyer Stadium for another West Division battle. I'm Jared Valentin taking you through today's game. The Muckdogs handled the Red Wings yesterday with 6 runs scored across the 3rd and 4th inning. Batavia trying to repeat such a strong start tonight. Checking in on the standings after yesterday's action, Batavia first in the West, still at a 28-7-1 record, 8 games ahead of the second place Pioneers, who after yesterday's loss fall to 21-16 on the summer, currently tied with the 3-seed Doubledays, who faced the Niagara Falls Americans yesterday in a doubleheader. They split the doubleheader with Niagara Falls. Auburn won 5-2 and then fell 8-5 later that afternoon. So bit of a tie between 2nd and 3rd place right now, and both squads trying to get that 2nd seed. In 4th, it's the Tarp Skunks at 17-22, who come off of yesterday's loss to Elmira. I should say, rather, Elmira had a doubleheader against Jamestown, fell in the first game 5-0 to the Tarp Skunks, and then won 9-3 later that afternoon. So doubleheaders split between Elmira, Jamestown, and then Auburn and Niagara Falls. So the Tarp Skunks in 4th place, 13 games behind 1st place and 5 behind the 3rd-seeded Doubledays. Geneva in 5th with yesterday's loss to Batavia at 14-19, also 13 games back from the 1 seed, tied with the Tarp Skunks in 4th place. And in 6th, it's the Americans at 13-23, 15.5 games out of the first spot, and just a game and a half out of the 4 seed. So a win today against the Muckdogs would bring them very close to clinching that 4th spot and putting them in the playoff picture after being at the bottom of the division for most of the season. And then in last place, not too far behind Niagara Falls at just a half game back, are the Pilots at 13-24. They're also trying to creep up into the playoff picture. They take on Geneva shortly at home. So that's how the standings have shaken up as of late. But let's check out who's on the field tonight. And for the Muckdogs, we'll start with Batavia. Lucas Lopez leads off at shortstop, the everyday leadoff hitter for Batavia. Jake Butler batting 2nd at 3rd base. Cooper Romick swinging 3rd, the designated hitter for Batavia tonight. James Bolton hitting cleanup behind the dish. Sean Mendaz in left field batting 5th. Justin Austin, the 2nd baseman, swinging 6th for the Muckdogs. The 1st baseman, Justin Espinal today. Usually it's Trevor Dutra or Sean Pope, but Espinal getting the nod for 1st. Swinging 7th. James Mason, the extra hitter, 8th in the lineup for the Muckdogs tonight. It's Jacob Vesco in right field for Batavia, batting 9th, and the tallest hitman of the game, TJ Morris, in center field, the last hitter in the lineup, with Gage Wheaton on the mound for the Muckdogs tonight. Flipping things over to Niagara Falls, Nick O'Neill leads off in left field. Dominic Mariani batting 2nd at 2nd base. Dalton Harper, the cleanup hitter for Niagara Falls, playing catcher, and I skipped Gavin Boyle in right field, who's batting 3rd. In 5th, it's Michael Soares, the 1st baseman, followed by the Vincent Morrow, the 3rd baseman, swinging 6th. Hunter Von Zelowitz batting 7th, the designated hitter for the Americans. Jake Hollins swinging 8th at center field. Miles Ooh, the shortstop, batting 9th, and Sam Heim, the last hitter in the lineup for Niagara Falls. He's the extra hitter. And on the mound for the Americans to start things off, it's Luke Blandino. So the Muckdogs and Americans aim to get things started shortly. The umpires currently meeting at home plate. And for a brief moment, we'll send it down to the field before action gets started here in Batavia.
Tony Wisely was that? Who? Tony Wisely. He used to be a very retired now. He still lives. He says that probably is the food you're going to buy. That's what he told me to feed. That's what I think. I always fed rye stores. Rye stores feed don't have a lot of meat in it. It's mostly grain. That's why I put, he said, it's not the best feed for him.
Well, a friend of mine, in fact, he gave me a dog. And I was talking one day and I said, God, I said, I'm not being dog. And we went out in the garden and he grabbed a ear of corn and started eating corn. He said, what the hell do you think the dog is doing?
Yeah, I'd say rye stores is mostly green. Yeah. Okay, see you Thursday.
Okay.
I see you walking in. I told her, I got to ask Phil what time the game started.
Well, we looked out there, and I said to Sharon, I said, what the hell is going on? I said, we expected the first game to still be on. Because God, it doesn't look like they even played a game.
He asked the guy at the gate, and he says that they told him they couldn't play until the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is.
It had no playoff implications.
I don't know. I'm not sure they know sometimes.
Well, it looks like there's quite a few kids here, though. Is that a cadre or? Huh?
Good evening once again, fans, and welcome to Dwyer Stadium.
A priest or an umpire?
For tonight's game, your Batavia Muckdogs will be taking on the visiting Niagara Falls Americans, and now it's time to introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Niagara Falls Americans, who are managed by Michael Gabriel. Leading off playing left field, number 10, Nick O'Neill. O'Neill, left field. Batting second, the second baseman, number 37, Dominic Mariani. Mariani, second base. Batting third, playing right field, number 16, Gavin Boyle. Boyle, right field. Batting fourth and catching, number 36, Dalton Harper. Harper catching. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 23, Michael Soares. Soares, first base. Batting sixth and third baseman, number 35, Vincent Morrow. Morrow, third base. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 12, Hunter Bonzelowitz. Bonzelowitz, DH. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 3, Jake Collins. Collins, center field. Batting ninth, shortstop, number 2, Miles Ooh. Ooh, shortstop. Batting 10th, the extra hitter, number 9, Sam Heim. Heim, EH. And the starting pitcher tonight for the visiting Niagara Falls Americans, number 29, Luke Blandino. Blandino starting for the Americans. All right, fans, it's time to welcome back the man who can hype up anyone, but when he's around you, you better watch your food. He'll eat it. Please help me introduce Yummy Dog back to the field.
Hello, everybody. You guys did a thumbs up for it. No more dogs tonight. They gotta be better looking, the funnier, social more, athletic and San Social City. Hook me up. Hey! Hey, what are you doing? There's families here, Max.
All right, fans, now it's time to introduce to you the starting lineup for your 2024 Batavia Muckdogs, brought to you by Tompkins Bank. They will be joined this evening by tonight's Turnbull Heating and Cooling baseball buddies, the Clarence 10 and Under guys. Let's have a nice hand for them. Your Muckdogs are managed by Joey Skip Martinez. Assistant coach is Khalid Cox, Grant Pickham. And your Muckdog Clubhouse manager is Eric Mozicki. Our bat boy, Nicholas and Cameron Barber and Carter Broughton. And the Muckdogs official team trainers provided by Rochester Regional Health. Now here's the starting lineup for your Muckdogs, leading off playing shortstop from St. Thomas University, number 14, Lucas Lopez. Lopez, shortstop. Batting second, third baseman from George Mason, number 1, Jake Butler. Butler, third base. Batting third, the DH, from the 1, College number 47, Cooper Romick. Romick, DH. In the cleanup spot from SUNY Portland, the catcher number 27, James Bolton. Bolton catching. Batting fifth, the left fielder from Keystone College, number 7, Sean Mendes. Mendes, left field. Batting sixth from Cerro Costa Community College, the second baseman, number 31, Justin Austin. Austin, second base. Batting seventh, the first baseman from Jefferson College, number 37, Justin Espinal. Espinal, first base. Batting eighth, tonight's extra hitter from Clarkson University, number 8, James Mason. Mason, EH. Batting ninth, your right fielder from University of Dayton, number 10, Jacob Vesco. Vesco, right field. Batting 10th, tonight's Tully's hitman of the game from Salisbury University, the center fielder, number 12, T.J. Morris. Morris, center field. And the starting pitcher tonight for your Batavia Muckdogs from Niagara University, number 11, Gage Wheaton. Wheaton starting for your Batavia Muckdogs. And ladies and gentlemen, the rest of your Batavia Muckdogs.
Where? Pitching?
Now, everyone, I'd like to ask that you all please rise at the table and remove your hats. And please welcome Pack 92 and the Batavia Police Department as they present tonight's colors to honor America. is just a friendly reminder that at the completion of the national anthem, please remain standing until the colors have left the field. And now at this time, I'd like to ask you to join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, everyone. As we do have two ceremonial pitches this evening, our first pitch, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Claire Bowen as she takes the field, as she prepares to throw out our first pitch tonight. Claire is a senior at Batavia and is a dedicated fan, showing up early and being one of the last fans out of the stadium. She loves learning the stats of the players, and Claire has supported the team on the road, visiting almost every stadium in the Western Division. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Eastern Country.
Good job, Claire. And our second first pitch will be by Annabelle Smith. Annabelle's a freshman at Batavia High School, and she and Claire have been best friends since 2017 and have loved coming to Muckdog games since Trey Bacon's first year. Annabelle is often found with Claire after games trying to convince her mom to be back to the next game. When she's not at the games, you can find her on the soccer field where she's been scoring goals since she was 4. Let's show her some love by giving her a big round of applause.
Almost ready to get things underway in Dwyer Stadium between the Muckdogs and Americans. For Batavia, it's Gage Wheaton on the mound. Gage, a right-handed thrower, standing at 6'5", 165 pounds. He warms up with the Muckdogs catcher Cooper Romick. Wheaton, in his first season with the Muckdogs, a freshman out of Niagara University. No stranger to team success with the Purple Eagles this year. Niagara won its first Metro Atlantic Athletic Championship in program history The championship game ending with a 10-6 victory against Fairfield. The Purple Eagles then made it all the way to the NCAA Regionals to number 11 Oklahoma State, where they lost 19-7 and then lost to number 25 Nebraska 7-5. Wheaton seen a lot of success during the school year. And on the summer, he's pitched in just over 18 innings, has posted a 3.43 ERA, and he's a strikeout machine. Twice as many strikeouts as walks for Wheaton, with 28 Ks and 14 walks. He goes up against the leadoff hitter, Nick O'Neill, a lefty. And the first pitch is underway. Fastball low and away for strike one. Count 0-1 for Nick O'Neill. Ball hangs out of Wheaton's left hand. He kicks and tosses. Popped up over the netting, foul, third base side. Nick O'Neill, second, and the Americans line up in batting average with a 306 on the summer in 72 at-bats. Gets set in the lefty batter's box and awaits the next pitch. Another fastball taken. It's upstairs and away for a 1-2 count. Wheaton got his start midway through the Muckdogs season. Started out as a reliever as the next pitch is upstairs and outside for an even 2-2 count. Got his start in the middle of the summer due to Niagara's success. Began as a reliever, but late in the summer has made the change to a starter for the Muckdogs as O'Neill lays off the next pitch for a full count. But Wheaton, used to starting at Niagara University, so not a huge adjustment for the right-handed tosser as the next pitch is cranked out foul. Third base side by the lefty O'Neill. And the count remains full. No outs in the top of the first, no runners on for the Americans. Ball at the belt for Wheaton. He fires the payoff pitch. Upstairs and inside for ball four. O'Neill trots over to first. So one pitch and one walk. Rather, one at-bat and one walk for the Americans, which puts O'Neill at first and brings up Dominic Mariani, the second baseman. Mariani hitting .281 for the Americans this summer, a right-handed batter. Going up against Wheaton. First pitch is slapped foul over the netting. First base side for an 0-1 count. O'Neill gives himself a two-step lead off of first. Wheaton takes one glance, throws a pick-off attempt to the first baseman Espinal, who had to jump for that catch, but in the end, O'Neill is safe. Count 0-1 for Mariani. Wheaton lifts the leg and deals. Curveball high and inside. Mariani had to duck as to avoid it. Count evens up at 1-1. Another look at first by Wheaton, and he kicks the pitch. Tipped foul by Mariani. Behind the backstop, count falls to 1-2. O'Neal jogs back to first, while Mariani adjusts his white gloves and steps back into the box. He has a 1-2 count, going up against the righty, Gage Wheaton. Next pitch. Swing and a miss, and Mariani goes down for the first out. One gone at the top of the first with one runner on for the Americans. Muckdogs and Americans tied at 0, which brings up the right fielder Gavin Boyle. Boyle, a freshman at SUNY Niagara, one of several Americans players to attend SUNY Niagara. A lefty hitter, first pitch, sat on for strike one. It painted the low outside corner. Wheaton keeping his eye on first yet again and tosses the pitch. Low and out, taken by Boyle for a 1-1 count. Still a two-step leadoff for the man at first, Nick O'Neal. Wheaton guns the next pitch. Fastball inside, nearly drills Boyle, and it gets away from the catcher, Romick, behind the dish. And O'Neal gets the second off the wild pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count for the righty Boyle. He's got his teammate, Nick O'Neal, at second. After the wild toss. Boyle rather a lefty. Wheaton nods to Romick, turns back to second, and cannons the pitch. Drilled high in the air to deep left center. Mindaz races back to the wall, and it is just inside the park. O'Neal jogs from third to home. It's a RBI double for the right fielder, Gavin Boyle. And the Americans strike first with a 1-0 lead and the top of the first with 1 gone. That blast nearly left the park by Boyle, but instead it's a double, which brings up the catcher, Dalton Harper. Harper, a righty, swings and misses on the first pitch. One gone at the top of the first. Americans lead 2-0, 1-0 rather. They have Gavin Boyle at second from the RBI double. Wheaton lifts the leg, fires the pitch. Curveball upstairs and away to even the count at 1-1. Ball hangs out of Wheaton's right arm. He gives the nod to the catcher, Romick. Glances at second, darts the pitch. High and in, and a check swing by Harper. Umpire says he went, count falls to 0-1-2. Wheaton, 1 strikeout thus far. Has neutralized that with 1 walk. It was to the leadoff hitter, O'Neal, who made it around the diamond from the RBI double by Gavin Boyle. A righty-righty duel between Wheaton and Harper. The next pitch. This is upstairs, count 2-2. Wheaton puts the ball in his glove. It hangs next to his belt, and the next toss. popped high in the air to shallow right center. Morris races underneath and makes the catch in diving fashion. TJ Morris putting his body to work, dashing just behind the infield, makes the grab, and that's 2 gone in the top of the first. Michael Soares next in the lineup for the Americans. Niagara Falls ahead 1-0 in the top of the first. Soares, a righty. Wheaton gets set, looks behind him and deals. Pitch is clobbered, foul into the Muckdogs bullpen. Count at 0-1. Wheaton, a quick look at second and tosses the 0-1. Soares doesn't offer. Count evens at 1 apiece. Glove at the waist for Wheaton. He cranks the pitch. Swing and a miss by Soares. Puts him in a 1-2 deficit. One more strike and Wheaton gets out of the inning. Let up 1 run to the right fielder, Gavin Boyle. Next pitch. Fastball misses low. Called strike 3. And that's the top of the first inning. 1 run scores for the Americans from an RBI double by Gavin Boyle. It's the leadoff hitter, Nick O'Neill, who comes home. And Niagara Falls jumps ahead early.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I get one federal admission ticket, please? Alright, so that's gonna be $9. Having a great season, man.
Yeah.
First place.
First place,
I love it.
Muckdogs.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
If you would like tickets, call our number at 585-524-2260. Go Dogs.
Bottom of the first at Dwyer Stadium. Niagara Falls holds a 1-0 advantage against Batavia. The Muckdogs get their first chance at the plate with the shortstop Lucas Lopez leading off. For the Americans, it's Luke Blandino on the mound. Blandino has pitched in just over 36 innings for the Americans this summer. Posts a .417 ERA. A right-handed thrower. Lopez, a lefty, steps into the box. Takes a couple practice swings and awaits the first pitch. Blandino, glove at the chin, lowers the shoulders, lifts the leg, tosses. Fastball downstairs near the plate for a 1-0 count. Lopez didn't go on the first throw. 1-0 offering from Blandino. Popped up to left center. And the left fielder, Nick Moneill, hauls it in for the first out. 2 pitches, and Lopez goes down. Puts 1 out in the bottom of the first. And that brings up the third baseman, Jake Butler. Butler, a freshman out of George Mason University. A right-handed hitter. Awaits the first toss. It's taken by Butler for a 1-0 count. Blandino from the stretch. Lets loose. Curveball up and inside, rather, to the righty Butler, who had to duck as to not be hammered by the pitch. Count 2-0 for the third baseman. Next pitch from Blandino. Butler stays patient. Count rises to 3-0. Butler hitting .256 and 82 at-bats for the Muckdogs this summer. Blandino comes set, delivers. Curveball finds the low outside corner of the zone for a 3-1 count. Blandino lifts and deals. Ball 4, and Butler heads over to first to put 1 runner on for the Muckdogs. This brings up Cooper Romick, the designated hitter for Batavia. Bolton, the one catching today. Romick, a righty. Third in the squad in batting average, hitting .306 in 108 at-bats. First pitch, he stands flat-footed for a 1-0 count. Rather, the first pitch ruled strike 1 by the umpire. It was low and away. Blandino comes set. Darts the pitch. Check swing from Romick. Umpire says he went for it, and he's in an 0-2 hole. Quick glance at first from Blandino. But ultimately, he throws the pitch. It's grounded between the second and third base gap. Trickles into the outfield for a single. Romick gets to first. And Butler is in scoring position for the Muckdogs. 2 runners on in the bottom of the first with 1 out. And the cleanup hitter, James Bolton, steps up to the plate. Bolton leads Batavia in batting average with a .406 on the summer through 64 at-bats. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Trying to bring his teammate, Butler, who's at second, closer to home. Blandino comes set, releases a thought about a pickoff attempt, but faked it to the man at second, Butler, and gets set in his stance. There's the pitch. Bolton takes it for a ball to even the count. One offering from Blandino. Slammed foul, first base side, and it sails over the netting, and a couple of kids go to race after that souvenir. Count 1-2 for the righty, James Bolton. With 1 out in the bottom of the first, Niagara Falls holds a 1-0 advantage against Batavia. 2 runners on for the Muckdogs, though, so that could easily change with Batavia's best hitter, James Bolton, at the plate. Blandino guns the 1-2. Curveball downstairs and away. Brings Bolton a 2-2 count. Bolton, 3rd in the roster in hits with 26 this season. Next pitch, swings and misses. And he goes down for the 2nd out. Sean Mendez next in the lineup for Batavia. Again, he's got teammates at first and second. And he tries to bring them home. Mendez batting .284 for Batavia this summer. Puts him 6th in the roster. First pitch from Blandino. Slapped foul, third base side, past the Muckdogs dugout for an 0-1 count. Two-step leadoff of first and second for Batavia's runners. It's a righty-righty duel between Mendez and Blandino. The 0-1. Slapped into right center. It's corralled by the first baseman, Michael Soares, for the final out. So Batavia leaves 2 stranded after 1 inning, and it trails 1-0 to the Americans. Niagara Falls can add more when we return.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York.
Top of the second in Dwyer Stadium, the Muckdogs trail the Americans 1-0 with the meat of the lineup hitting for Niagara Falls. The third baseman, Vincent Morrow, leading off for the Americans. And the starting pitcher, Gage Wheaton, back on the mound. It's a righty-righty face-off. Morrow wearing white gloves, fitting with the white bottoms for Niagara Falls. The first pitch by Wheaton nearly drills Morrow in the head. Had to duck as to not be smacked by the pitch, and he has a 1-0 count. Wheaton lifts and deals. Another breaking ball that finds the zone. A disgusting throw by Wheaton. Sneaks into the inside corner at the last second to even the count. Wheaton, next toss, swing and a miss by Morrow. Count falls to 1-2. Morrow gets back in the box. Wheaton, glove at the belt, delivers the pitch. Comes up empty. And that's the first out of the inning. Wheaton in a groove, already 3 strikeouts on the evening. And the designated hitter, Hunter von Zalowitz, comes up to the plate. Batavia down 1-0 in the top of the second with 1 out. No runners on for the Americans. Von Zalowitz, a right-handed hitter. Wheaton's first pitch. Drilled out to left field, but hooks foul. Almost landing in the Muckdogs bullpen. Count 0-1. Von Zalowitz had 2 RBIs yesterday against the Double Days in the doubleheader. Can build upon his momentum today. Takes the next pitch for a strike, a breaking ball once again that finds the target window. And Wheaton having a field day out there. 0-2 the count for the righty Von Zalowitz. Wheaton's next throw is popped up over the grandstand foul, and a flurry of kids rush over to collect that one. One gone in the top of the first. Niagara Falls ahead of Batavia 1-0. No runners on for the Americans. Wheaton from the windup deals. Pitch is belted foul third base, or the first base side, I should say, as Espinal tried to make a catch, but it lands out of his reach. Count still 0-2 for Von Zalowitz. He steps out of the box to wipe some sweat off. Puts his helmet back on and raises his bat. Wheaton lifts the leg, guns the pitch. Check swing from Von Zalowitz. Ruled ball by the umpire. Count lifts to 1-2. Wheaton, 28 strikeouts to his 14 walks coming into today. Has already added 3 more Ks. He wipes some sweat off of his forehead and gets back in his stance. Wheaton, the 1-2. Upstairs and away for the righty Von Zalowitz. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Von Zalowitz, 4th in the roster in batting average, hitting .288. Swings and misses on Wheaton's next pitch, and that's 4 strikeouts for the freshman. Two outs in the top of the second. Niagara Falls still in front 1-0. And the center fielder, Jake Hollins, next to swing for Niagara Falls. It's a righty-lefty duel. Wheaton, his first throw, way outside for a 1-0 count. Jake Hollins stood flat-footed. Wheaton, his next throw, curveball that finds the bottom inside corner for a 1-1 count. Got Hollins looking. Wheaton tosses the 1-1. It's on the low outside corner this time. Count falls to 1-2. Wheaton, glove at the belt, lifts the leg, delivers the pitch. Fastball up and in, and again sat on by Hollins for an even 2-2 count. Hollins hitting .279 this summer. Doesn't go on the next throw by Wheaton, and he has himself a full count. Hollins just 10 walks on the summer. One more ball would make it 11. Wheaton comes in his stance and delivers the next pitch in there for strike 3. And Hollins goes down looking. Back to back to back to back strikeouts by Wheaton. And he's on fire. Niagara Falls ahead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second.
$998, $999, $1,000.
Yo, Jake, how'd you get so big?
Oh, I just go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia. You should go get a membership there.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
1, 2, 3.
97, 98, 99, 100.
Oh, what's up, Landon? How's Whole Life Fitness?
Great, I feel like a new man. Thanks for the advice.
Of course.
Go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia.
Batavia trails 1-0 in the bottom of the second with the middle of the lineup getting ready to swing, starting with the second baseman Justin Austin. For Niagara Falls, Luke Blandino still on the mound. Has 1 strikeout and 1 walk so far. A right-handed pitcher going up against the lefty Austin. Austin, a .231 batting average this summer. Blandino kicks and tosses. First pitch is hit foul behind the backstop. Count 0-1. Austin, 12 RBIs this summer with Batavia. Puts him 7th in the entire roster. Gets set in his stance and awaits the next pitch from Blandino. Blandino has a glove at his chin and deals. Curveball up and in for the lefty. Evens the count at 1-1. Blandino comes set. Takes a deep breath and darts the pitch. Again, sat on by Austin. Count balloons to 2-0. Count 2-1 rather. Austin has the bat held high. And watches Blandino. The next pitch slapped foul into the netting by Austin. Count evens at 2-2. Blandino ready at the mound, fires the 2-2. Grounded between the second and first base gap by Austin. The throw to first gets Austin out. It's the pitcher, Blandino, making the play as he trotted to the bag before Austin. 1 gone in the bottom of the second. Batavia down 1-0, which brings up the extra hitter, rather the first baseman, Justin Espinal. Espinal, a right-handed swinger. Espinal, the first baseman for today, getting the nod over Dutra. He lasers the first pitch up the middle to center field, and it trickles on the ground for a base hit. Espinal must have woke up on the right side of the bed today. 1 pitch and 1 hit, which brings up the extra hitter, James Mason. Mason, somebody who's been in a groove for the Muckdogs over the last week. 5 hits across his last 2 games. The righty takes the first pitch for a 1-0 count. And over the last week has led the entire roster in batting average, hitting .500 for the Muckdogs. Has found in his groove, and there's a reason why he's in the lineup today. The 1-0. Grounded between second and third. It's picked up by the shortstop. Ooh, would throw to second. Gets Espinal out, and Mason reaches first off the fielder's choice. Jacob Vesco coming up to hit for the Muckdogs, a right-handed hitter. Has his teammate Mason on first. Batavia down 1-0 in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Blandino, glove at the chin. Kicks and deals. This is upstairs to Vesco for a 1-0 count. Vesco set in his stance. The pitcher Blandino comes set in his. Next pitch is clobbered out to left field. It falls, and Nick O'Neill has to race to the wall. Mason getting waves from home. The throw to the infield is tossed over to the catcher, and he got him! Dalton Harper with a catch just left of home plate. Gets the sprinter Mason out at home. The final one of the inning. Mason upset at the call, but he trots back to the dugout. And what a throw from Nick O'Neill. A bullet pass from deep left into home plate gets the final out. And the Americans, once again, do not let up any runs after 2. We go to the third where the Americans try to pile on more.
Man, I have some great cards here.
Well, you better have the house. That's what I got, baby. Go Dogs! God.
Why are you guys gambling here?
Because we got nowhere else to go.
Batavia Downs is right down the road.
I heard they have horse racing.
Batavia Downs, Hotel and Casino.
8315 Park Road in Batavia, New York.
Batavia has come close, but has yet to score a run through 2 innings. The Muckdogs trail 1-0 to the Americans with the back of the order up for Niagara Falls, starting with the shortstop Miles Ooh. Miles Ooh this summer has a .209 batting average, a righty going up against the righty Wheaton. Niagara Falls got its scoring started in the first inning with 1 run as Ooze sits on the first pitch for strike 1. Ball hangs out of Wheaton's right arm, puts it in the glove at the waist and deals. Next pitch misses outside to the righty. Count evens at 1-1. Wheaton lifts the leg, guns the pitch. It's clubbed out to left field. It falls, and it rolls back to the wall. Mendez grabs it and throws it. Ooh, races to second. Not in time, and it's a double for the shortstop. Niagara Falls already puts one runner in scoring position after one at-bat, which brings up the extra hitter, the last one in the lineup, Sam Heim. Heim, a righty. Facing the pitcher Wheaton, who's on fire. 5 strikeouts on the day so far, had 4 in a row in the last inning. Well, over the course of the second and the first, as next pitch is taken by Heim for a ball. 2-step leadoff of second by Ooh. Wheaton takes one glance at him, but fires the pitch. It's popped up first base side, foul. Count falls to 1-1. Wheaton, ball in the right arm. Takes 2 looks at second and releases the pitch. It's chopped up the third base side and dribbles foul. Count 1-2. No outs in the top of the third. Niagara Falls ahead 1-0. The Americans got their scoring started in the first inning with a RBI double from the right fielder Gavin Boyle, which brought in the leadoff hitter Nick O'Neill, who's currently on deck. Wheaton, his 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Add that strikeout to his collection. 6 on the night so far. And the top of the order comes back for the Americans. Nick O'Neill, the left fielder, a lefty hitter, walked in his first at-bat and was brought home by Boyle. Rather, there's 2 outs as the next pitch is chopped up to Wheaton at the mound and thrown to Espinal for what I thought was an out, but rather they'll say he is... Did he get him? Yep, he is out. And that puts 2 gone now in the top of the third. I misspoke. 1 runner on third for the Americans, which brings up the hitter Dominic Mariani. Mariani 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes the first pitch by Wheaton for a ball. So 2 gone in the top of the third. Ooh, 90 feet away from scoring. Batavia down 1-0. Next pitch, check swing by Mariani, and the umpire rules against him. Count 1-1. Wheaton, his season best in strikeouts is 7, which came back in June against Elmira. Next pitch is sat on for ball 2. Wheaton already at 6 in just over 2 innings. 1 more would tie his summer high. Wheaton, the next pitch. Misses upstairs and in, nearly got the hitter Mariani in the helmet. It's a hitter's count for the righty. A base hit would bring in Miles Ooh, the shortstop, who's at third. Wheaton lifts and tosses. Ball is packaged high to shallow right field, and Justin Austin snares it in for the final out. One runner left on base for the Americans. And we go to the bottom of the third, where Batavia is down 1 run to none.
Yo, Eric and Jason, where'd y'all get this car at?
Pellegrino.
Where's that at?
Batavia.
The best auto dealership in Western New York.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey.
What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
We just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up! Muckdog Ale!
Batavia down 1-0 to Niagara Falls in the bottom of the third. The back of the order up for the Muckdogs, starting with the center fielder, TJ Morris. Morris on the summer, a .205 batting average, usually in right field, but today moves over to center. A freshman out of Salisbury University. Faces off against the starting pitcher, Luke Blandino. It's a righty-righty duel. First pitch from the stretch, taken by Morris for a 1-0 count. Morris, last night on the road against Geneva, had 2 runs and a hit. Next pitch, grounded between second and first. It's scooped up by Mariani. The throw to the first baseman soars, gets Morris out. And that's 1 gone in the bottom of the third. Morris starts his day out with a ground out. And that brings up the top of the order, the leadoff hitter, Lucas Lopez. The shortstop 0 for 1 with a pop out to right field. A lefty hitter raises his bat and waits for the pitch. Sat on by Lopez. Breaking ball low and in for an 0-1 count. Blandino lowers the shoulders, guns the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Lopez. Count falls to 0-2. Blandino, glove at the chin. Releases the pitch. Luke Lopez doesn't go. Count rises to 1-2, and the shortstop begins to battle back. No runners on for the Muckdogs. Blandino's 1-2 offering misses upstairs and away to bring the count to 2-2. 1 out in the bottom of the third. The Muckdogs down 1-0 to the Americans. Blandino comes set, lifts the leg, and deals. Pitch is thrown on the low outside corner. Lopez doesn't bite. Count becomes full, and the shortstop has battled back nicely. Payoff pitch from Blandino. Hit high in the air to left center, and the left fielder, Monil, dashes to pull it in. Monil sprints about 20 feet to his left to make the grab, And that's 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Jake Butler comes back to the bag, rather the plate for the Muckdogs. The third baseman began his outing with a walk. Butler, the usual third baseman for Batavia. First pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away to the righty. Count lifts to 1-0. Blandino nods to his catcher Harper and deals. Next pitch taken by Butler for a 2-0 count. It was high and inside, nearly grazed Butler's chest. Blandino, glove at his chest, delivers the pitch. It's popped up high and foul first base side for a 2-1 count. Butler takes a moment to step away from the dish and readjust his gloves. But he gets set shortly after. He's got a 2-1 count with no runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch from Blandino, fastball down in the dirt for a hitter's count. Niagara Falls ahead 1-0. The scoring got started early. Next pitch. Hammered high in the air to left center. O'Neill traces back, and he corrals it for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 3, the score is still 1-0 in favor of Niagara Falls.
What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
I don't know, we just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up!
Muckdog Ale! Go Dogs, baby!
Start of the 4th inning at Dwyer Stadium. The Muckdogs down 1-0 to the Americans. The starting pitcher, Gage Wheaton, still on the mound, and what a day he's had. Already 6 strikeouts on the evening for the freshman. Is 1 away from tying his summer high. And leading off for the Americans is the right fielder, Gavin Boyle. Boyle also off to a strong start. Had an RBI double in his last at-bat that brought the leadoff hitter, Nick O'Neill, to the plate. Tries to build upon his strong start so far. A lefty hitter going up against the right-handed pitcher. First throw. Misses upstairs and gets away from the catcher, Bolton. Lands in the backstop for a 1-0 count. The throw just a few inches above of Bolton's glove. Count 1-0 for the lefty. Next pitch. Swing and a miss by the hitter Boyle. Count 1-1. Wheaton gets set, lifts the leg, darts the pitch. Fastball paints the low inside corner for strike 2. And Boyle behind in the count early. Glove at the waist for Wheaton. He deals the pitch. Hammered high in the air, but fouled off over the grandstand. 10 kids running over to find the ball. Count stands at 1-2 for the lefty. Ball hangs out of the right arm of Wheaton. Comes set from the windup, releases the pitch. Breaking ball up and in, finds the zone for strike 3. Make that 7 strikeouts for the pitcher, Gage Wheaton. And that's 1 gone in the top of the 4th. Dalton Harper, the catcher, comes up to the plate for the Americans. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out to right field. Wheaton can make it 8 strikeouts with another one here. First pitch taken by Harper for a ball. He gets ahead in the count early. Batavia has come close so far at the plate to scoring, but couldn't bring 2 runners home from scoring position. Next throw by Wheaton at the dirt for ball 2. The Muckdogs have done a great job of eliminating the Americans' chances at the plate. Despite the 1 run, Wheaton's next toss low and outside for a strike. Batavia down early, but a squad that's used to battling back. Wheaton's next pitch. A breaking ball that misses low. Count 3-1 for the righty Harper. Wheaton lifts the leg, delivers the pitch. Smacked foul over the netting. Count becomes full. Michael Soares on deck for the Americans. He's 0 for 1. Wheaton, payoff pitch. Drilled high in the air to center field. Several Muckdogs infielders run towards it, and Morris makes the catch. 2 gone in the top of the 4th. Batavia down 1-0. Which brings up Michael Soares. The first baseman started his day out with a strikeout, was caught looking. A right-handed hitter. Gets set. Wheaton's first pitch. Check swing by Soares. Umpire says he didn't go. Count 1-0. Wheaton raises the leg, fires the pitch. Swing by Soares, but he comes up empty. Count 1-1. Michael Soares batting .256 this summer for the Americans. Whiffs on the next pitch, and he's down 1-2 in the count. Soares has done a decent job of getting on base this summer. 22 hits, but not this time. Another one bites the dust. 8 strikeouts for Gage Wheaton, a season high. Puts the Americans to rest in the top of the 4th. Batavia doing everything it can on the field just needs to kick it into gear at the plate. Muckdogs battle back down 1-0 when we return.
$998, $999, $1,000.
Yo, Jake, how did you get so big?
Oh, I just go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia. You should go get a membership there.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
1, 2, 3.
97, 98, 99, 100.
Oh, what's up, Landon? How's Whole Life Fitness?
Great, I feel like a new man. Thanks for the advice.
Of course.
Go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia.
Bottom of the fourth at Dwyer. The Americans ahead 1-0 thanks to a RBI double by Gavin Boyle in the first inning. For the Muckdogs, the middle of the lineup leads things off, starting with James Bolton, the catcher. Either it's Romick, the designated hitter, leading off. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Luke Blandino still on the mound for the Americans. It's a righty-righty duel. Batavia has had some shots at putting runs on the board, but has failed to do so early. First pitch, low and away for strike one. Romick laid off. Blandino, glove at the chest, delivers the next pitch from the stretch. Swing and a miss by Romick, and he's down 0-2. Romick needing to battle back in this at-bat. Down 0-2, awaits the next pitch. Check swing by the designated hitter, which brings the count to 1-2. Romick, the first hit of the game for the Muckdogs. Singled in the first inning. Next pitch popped up foul, first base territory. Lands next to the assistant general manager of the Muckdogs, Jack O'Keefe. Count stands at 1-2 strikes for the righty Romick. He gets back in his stance. And Blandino gears up and fires the pitch. Next one fouled off by Romick again over the grandstand for a 1-2 count. Count stands at 1-2 strikes for Romick. Blandino takes a deep breath, cranks the pitch. Breaking ball in the zone for strike three. Gets Romick looking, and that's one out in the bottom of the fourth. James Bolton up to the plate. He got his day started with a strikeout. Trying to find his groove in his second at-bat. A righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Swing and a miss by Bolton. And it's no balls, one strike for the catcher. Muckdogs down 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth with one on, with one gone and no runners on. Next throw. Low with the dirt for a 1-1 count. Blandino, glove by the shoulder. Raises it to the chin. kicks and tosses. Bolton lasers it out to the shortstop, who quickly brings it into the glove for the out. Talk about right place at the right time. Not having to move an inch. Makes the grab, and that's 2 gone for Batavia in the bottom of the 4th. Sean Mendaz up to the plate. The left fielder started his outing with a pop out to the first baseman, Soares. A righty sits on the first pitch for strike 1. It painted the outside corner of the plate. Still no runners on for the Muckdogs. Blandino lifts and deals. Pitch outside, and again taken by Mendaz for strike 2. Blandino lifts the leg, deals the pitch. It's grounded by Mendaz up to the third baseman. The throw to first beats Mendaz, and that ends the inning. After 4, the Muckdogs still have yet to score. They trail 1-0 going into the 5th inning.
I'm just not fast enough. I can't get that.
Why don't you go grab a car from Pellegrino's Auto?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you for the great deal.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great day.
Thank you. You too.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York.
The Muckdogs trail 1-0 in the top of the 5th. The middle of the lineup up for Niagara Falls, starting with the third baseman, Vincent Morrow, who's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And the man at the mound still for the Muckdogs, you guessed it, Gage Wheaton. Wheaton, nothing short of dominant so far. 8 strikeouts on the day. A season high. And just 1 walk for the freshman. A righty-righty duel. First pitch finds the zone. It's a breaking ball for an 0-1 count. Wheaton coming into today had pitched in just over 18 innings and had a 3.43 ERA. Next pitch is taken for a strike by Morrow. Count 0-2. Wheaton, his next toss. Misses upstairs and in for a 1-2 count. The third baseman awaits the next pitch. Nearly hits him in the helmet. Wheaton's throw up and in. Count evens at 2-2. Ball hangs out of Wheaton's right arm. He puts it in the glove at the belt and guns the pitch. Another breaking ball misses outside this time. Count a full 1 for the third baseman, Morrow. Wheaton comes set, fires the payoff pitch. Slapped foul into the netting. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wheaton looks at Bolton, gives him the nod, releases the pitch. Popped up inside, just behind the mound, and caught by the shortstop Lopez for the first out. Lopez takes 5 steps in front of him and makes the grab to send Morrow back to the dugout. That brings up the designated hitter, Hunter von Zugowitz, a righty who's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout from Gage Wheaton. First pitch, eaten for ball 1 by von Zugowitz. Batavia down 1-0 in the top of the 5th. No runners on for the Americans. 1 gone. Wheaton, 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses outside for a 2-0 count. Von Zugowitz yet to offer and is already ahead in the count. Wheaton, his next toss, finds the low outside corner of the zone for the first strike of the at-bat. And von Zugowitz watched it fly by him. Wheaton from the windup, cannons the pitch. Swing and a miss by von Zugowitz. Count falls to 2-2. The count for the righty von Zugowitz. Wheaton, his next pitch, drilled foul past the Muckdogs bullpen. Count still even for the designated hitter. Both Wheaton and von Zugowitz take a minute to get set. Ball at the waist for Wheaton. His throw. This is upstairs and away to the righty. Count full for von Zugowitz. Wheaton looking at Bolton, who's behind home plate. Fires the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Call DJ Khaled. That's another one for Gage Wheaton. 9 strikeouts for the starting pitcher. 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Batavia down 1-0, but having a dominant performance at the mound. And the center fielder, Jake Hollins, comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, dribbles the first pitch foul, first base side. Hollins, a lefty hitter, takes the next pitch by Wheaton for ball 1. He's got himself an even count with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. The next pitch, swung on and missed by Hollins. He's down 1-2. 2 gone in the top of the 5th. The Americans ahead 1-0. No runners on for Niagara Falls. And the catcher Bolton talking things over with Romick near the Muckdogs dugout. Returns to the dish and puts his gear back on. Count 1-2 for the lefty, Jake Hollins. Wheaton releases the pitch. Slammed out to shallow left. Lopez calmly gets underneath it for the final out, and that retires the side. No runners left on base for the Americans. And midway through the fifth, Batavia trails 1-0.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I help you? Can I get one general admission ticket, please? Alright, so that's gonna be $9. Having a great season, man.
Yeah.
First place.
First place.
I love
Muckdogs.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
If you would like tickets, call our number at 585-524-2260. Go Dogs.
What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
We just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up.
Muckdog Ale! Go Dogs, baby!
Batavia behind 1-0 in the bottom of the fifth. The Muckdogs get a chance to climb back and erase the deficit. Justin Austin leading off for Batavia. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. He faces off against the starting pitcher, Luke Blandino. It's a righty-lefty duel. First pitch. Breaking ball inside. Austin takes it for ball 1. Blandino from the stretch, kicks and tosses. Fastball right down Broadway for a 1-1 count. Glove at the chest for Blandino. Gets set and deals. Austin caught looking again. The pitch low and in. Count falls to 1-2. Blandino, 1-2 offering. Clubbed out to left field and hooks foul. Nearly lands in the Muckdogs bullpen, but it rolls back to the warning track. Count still 1-2 for the lefty. Blandino comes set at the mound and throws the pitch. Fastball misses low and inside. Austin stands flat-footed. Count evens at 2-2. Blandino, glove at the chest, fires the pitch, lasered by Austin out to left field. It falls, and that's a single for the second baseman. Austin sent one to shallow left, and Nick Moneill was just behind it, out in left field. That puts one runner on for the Muckdogs with no outs in the bottom of the fifth. Justin Espinal next in the order for Batavia. Got to first base from a fielder's choice, but rather got to out at second from a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1 in the count so far. Espinal single to center to get on base in his last at-bat. Next pitch, grounded up to the third baseman, Morrow. He tosses to second for 1, back to first for a double play. A double play around the horn puts 2 away for the Muckdogs. in the bottom of the 5th. James Mason comes up to the plate with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. He's started his day with a single, reached on a fielder's choice, I should say. Got out at home plate. He's 0 for 1 in this at-bat. And Mason has blossomed in this last week of Muckdogs action. 5 hits over the last 2 games as he fouls the next pitch over the grandstand for an 0-2 count. And over the last week, has led the team in batting average, hitting .500. Batavia head coach Joey Martinez has been working with him, and it's been paying off as of late. Next pitch is grounded to the shortstop. He throws a toss to the first baseman, Soares, for the final out. No runs on no hits and no errors. To the 6th inning we go, where the Muckdogs trail 1-0.
Yo, Eric and Jason, where'd y'all get this car at?
Pellegrino.
Where's that at?
Batavia.
The best auto dealership in Western New York.
Alright, so the green looking about 300 yards straight out, maybe a little bit dog leg right. We'll see what we got here with this draw here.
Hopefully I don't slice this one.
No golfing at Dwyer.
So where should we golf at? What do you mean?
Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York. 95 Bundle Street.
Alright,
We should go there.
We should go there. We'll take your word for it.
Top of the 6th inning in Dwyer Stadium, the Muckdogs are down 1-0 to the Americans. And a new pitcher is on the mound for Batavia. Garrett Beaver comes in for the starting pitcher, Gage Wheaton, standing at 6'1", 175 pounds. A right-handed thrower out of Salisbury University. He's pitched in 14 innings so far and has posted an ERA of .64. With Beaver on, that's the end of the day for Gage Wheaton, and this game is one to remember for the freshman. 9 strikeouts, a summer high, and just 1 walk on the evening. A great job done by the starter, and he gets to rest for the rest of this game. For Niagara Falls, it's Miles Yu, the shortstop, leading off. Started his day with a double. A righty takes the first pitch for ball 1. Beaver has the glove at his chest and releases the pitch. Ooh, doesn't go. Count even at 1-1. The throw missed low and away. Beaver from the windup, kicks and tosses. Another pitch that misses low and outside. Count balloons to 2-1. Beaver guns the next pitch. Curveball inside for a hitter's count. Ooh, one pitch away from trotting over to first. Beaver, I mentioned he's out of Salisbury University. Teammates with the center fielder TJ Morris for the Muckdogs, as the next pitch is below the knees and in for ball 4. And Ooh shuffles to first. One runner on for the Americans to start the 6th inning, which brings up the last hitter in the lineup, Sam Heim. The extra hitter, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. One of the plethora of strikeouts by Gage Wheaton. Next pitch from Beaver misses away for a 1-0 count. A 2-step leadoff by Ooh at first. Beaver releases the next pitch. It's slapped foul, bounces just in front of home plate, and the count falls to 1-1. Heim steps back into the box. Beaver, a quick glance to Espinal, the first baseman, and delivers the pitch. Taken for a ball to throw there. Austin does not beat the sprinter Ooh, and he's safe with a stolen bag. Rather, the pitch was a strike, so the count 1-2 for the righty Sam Heim. One runner in scoring position for Niagara Falls, and Bolton and Beaver having a quick discussion at the mound. The Americans currently in 6th place in the Western Division, a game and a half behind the 4 seed Jamestown. 4 teams make the playoffs for the Western Division. So the Americans trying to make a run for that final spot. Swing and a miss by Sam Heim. And he goes down for the 2nd time today. Nick Moniel, the leadoff hitter, back up to the plate. He was walked in his first at-bat. The lone run scored for Niagara Falls, and then had a ground out in his second at-bat. But the Americans, low in terms of ranking in the standings, but not out of the playoff race just yet. As the first pitch is grounded between second and first, Austin throws it to the first baseman, Espinal, for the 2nd out. Moniel not having the best outing tonight following that walk. And Dominic Mariani comes back to swing for the Americans. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. It's a righty-righty duel. The Americans ahead 1-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 1st. Ooh has reached 3rd from the ground out. Count 1-0 for the righty. And Beaver has a glove at his waist and deals the pitch. Swung on and missed by Mariani. to even the count at 1-1. The shortstop, 90 feet away. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Beaver trying to get out of the inning without letting any more runs on, and the next pitch is swung on, but Heim comes up empty for a 1-2 count. Heim steps out of the box for a brief moment, walks back in and gets set in his stance. Ball hangs out of the right arm of Beaver. Looks at third, cranks the pitch. Misses outside to the backstop. Bolton having to run after it, allows another run to score. It's Miles Zhu to put the Americans ahead 2-0. So Batavia down by 2 runs now in the top of the 6th. Count 2-2 for the hitter Mariani. And he raises his bat up high and gets ready for the next pitch. Misses again to the catcher Bolton. It trickles left of the Americans' dugout. Count full for the second baseman. No runners on for the Americans with 2 outs. Next pitch is grounded to the third baseman Butler. He throws it across the diamond to Espinal for the final out. 1 more run scores for the Americans. And the Muckdogs trail 2-0 midway through the 6th.
Jeez, this guy stinks. Going to the bullpen. Ready?
Me? Ow. Thanks to these Muckdogs jerseys, which you can buy now, I'm still fresh and still clean.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I get one federal admission ticket, please?
Alright, so that's going to be $9. Having a great season, man.
Yeah.
First place.
First place.
I love it.
Muckdogs.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
If you would like tickets, call our number at 585-524-2260. Go Dogs.
2-0 the score in the bottom of the 6th. The Muckdogs have had to play from behind since the first inning. Jacob Vesco leading off for Batavia, the right fielder, began his day with a double, trying to spark a run from the Muckdogs. Luke Blandino still on the mound for the Americans. He's pitched the entire game. It's a righty-left, righty-righty matchup. Blandino comes set, fires the first pitch, breaking ball into the low inside corner. Count 0-1. Blandino, glove at the chest, kicks and deals. Pitch almost drills Vesco in the back, but it's instead taken for a 1-1 count. Blandino lifts the leg, fires the 1-1. Another pitch taken by Vesco. Count rises to 2-1. Vesco, a last-minute addition to the Muckdogs roster, joined a few days before the first game of the season as he sits on the next pitch for a 3-1 count. Vesco batting 190 in 20 games played this summer. Next pitch, fastball at the low outside corner for a strike, and the count full for Jacob Vesco. Niagara Falls ahead 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th with no outs. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss from Vesco, and he goes down for the first out. TJ Morris steps up to the plate. The last hitter in the Muckdogs lineup. Also the Tully's hitman of the game. The center fielder is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman, Mariani. A righty hitter. Check swings on the first pitch. The umpire says he went for a 0-1 count. From the stretch, Blandino delivers the pitch, taken again by Morris for a 1-1 count. Count one apiece. The next pitch is grounded up to the shortstop. Ooh, but it gets away from him, rolls into the outfield. Morris thought about sprinting to second, but instead he'll get to the first base bag. Not sure how that will be ruled. But Morris on first, which brings up the top of the lineup and the leadoff hitter, Lucas Lopez. Lopez, a bit of a quieter outing today. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out. And it has been ruled a hit for the center fielder, TJ Morris. His first one of the game as Lopez sends the next pitch out to left field, either right field, for a single. And suddenly 2 runners on base for the Muckdogs. It's Morris in scoring position and Lopez 90 feet away at first. Jake Butler next in the order. He was walked and then flown out in his trips to the plate so far. A right-handed hitter going up against the righty Luke Blandino. He looks at second and delivers the first pitch. Breaking ball misses low, taken by Butler for a 1-0 count, and Morris runs to third in the process. Runners at the corners for the Muckdogs. Now Batavia has found its rhythm after more than 5 innings of trying to tally some hits and get runners to score. Count 1-0 for Jake Butler. Next pitch. Slapped high to right center. It falls, and Morris runs home from third. The throw to the infield, not going to beat him. And the Muckdogs get their first run of the day. An RBI single from the third baseman, Butler, puts Batavia on the board at long last. Lopez at second. And the Americans having a meeting at the mound while Cooper Romick gets ready to swing for Batavia. Blandino still on the mound after the Niagara Falls discussion in the infield. He's pitched the entire game and gets ready to throw to the designated hitter, Cooper Romick. Romick 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. He clubs the first pitch to right field, and it's caught by Gavin Boyle for the second out. 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. The Americans ahead 2-1. Runners on first and second still for Batavia. And James Bolton, the catcher, comes up to the plate. Bolton, a bit of a rough outing tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out to the shortstop, Miles Ooh, a righty hitter. First pitch. Chopped at between the second and first base gap. A gentle toss to the pitcher, Blandino at first. Did he get him? He did not. Bolton beats the throw. Bases are loaded with 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Bolton single not only juices the bases, but brings up the left fielder, Sean Mendaz. Mendaz also a bit of a rough night. The righty popped out and grounded out in his first 2 at-bats, but a base hit would erase that slow start. First pitch gets away from the catcher, Harper. Mendaz tells Lopez to stay at third, and the count 1-0. Lopez at third, Butler at second, and Bolton at first. 1-0. Taken by Mendaz. It's high and in for a ball. Count 2-0 for the left fielder. Blandino, glove at the chest. Kicks and tosses. Chopped foul by Mendaz. First base side, count falls to 2-1. Fans getting invested into this game. Bases loaded. 2-1 the score in favor of Niagara Falls with 2 outs. Next pitch from Blandino. Cranked to right center. Back goes Boyle, I should say, who makes the grab for the final out. Batavia finally gets a run on the board thanks to an RBI single from Jake Butler. But they can't bring any more home despite loading the bases. We go to the 7th inning where the Americans are still in front 2-1.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health. The best health services in Western New York.
Big Red, you want me to be your friend here?
Of course, this is Tully the Turtle. Want to know why? We're at Tully's. Can I have a table for 3?
Yes, of course. Right this way.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice here.
Come
out to Tully's for great food and good times.
Top of the 7th in Dwyer Stadium. The Muckdogs down 2-1 to the Americans. Garrett Beaver, the right-handed pitcher, still on the mound. And for Niagara Falls, it's the right fielder, Gavin Boyle, up to the plate. Boyle started his day with a RBI double. Struck out in his second at-bat. And the lefty gets ready to swing once again. Ball hangs out of the right arm of Beaver. From the windup, he delivers the first pitch. Curveball low and outside for a 1-0 count. Glove lowered to the belt for Beaver. Sends the next pitch out to home. It's taken for a ball by Boyle. And he's quickly ahead 2-0 in the count. Beaver trying to battle back. This is his second inning of work. The next pitch lasered out to center field. Morris dashes to his left and makes the grab. One gone for the Americans in the top of the 7th. And the Muckdogs can thank TJ Morris. Dalton Harper next in the lineup for Niagara Falls. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out, both to right field. It's a righty-righty duel. Beaver, his first pitch, misses low and outside. Count rises to 1-0. Beaver gets set, guns the next pitch. Below the knees and into the righty. Count 2-0, and Beaver having to battle back once again. No runners on for the Americans in the top of the 7th. Batavia down 2-1. Next pitch is grounded up to the third baseman Butler. The throw to the diamond. The other side of the diamond misses. The first baseman Espinal rolls first base side, and you can put one runner in scoring position for the Americans. Dalton Harper gets to second. Michael Soares hitting next for the Americans. He's had a rough outing tonight. Struck out looking in his first at-bat and then went down swinging in his second. Has his teammate Harper at second base with one out. Beaver, glove lowered to the belt. He comes set and darts the first pitch. Curveball misses low and away. And it's taken, rather doesn't miss. It finds the outside corner of the zone. Ruled strike one by the umpire. One runner on second for the Americans. Beaver's next pitch taken by Soares. 4-1. That evens the count. Glove out of Beaver's left arm. He deals the pitch. Misses below the knees. 4-2. Soares disciplined at bat so far. He's slightly ahead in the count. And waits the righty's next pitch. It's thrown out to right center, and it falls. The throw to Vesco. Rather, one scores for the Americans. It's the It's catcher Dalton Harper who comes home from third. And it's a single for Michael Soares. First time on base today, that brings up the third baseman, Vincent Morrow. Morrow, another quiet outing. He struck out, followed by a pop out to short. Beaver trying to prevent any more runs from scoring. It's a righty-righty duel. First pitch, swing and a miss by Morrow. Count lowers to 0-1. Niagara Falls ahead 3-1 in the top of the 7th with just one out. One runner on first for the Americans. Beaver, his next toss. Another swing and a miss by the third baseman. Morrow has him down 0-2 in the count. Beaver, one glance at first. Soares a two-step lead off. Next pitch is tipped foul over the netting by Morrow. Count still 0-2 for the righty. Beaver, another glance at first. Guns the pitch. Sent foul first base side. Espinal racing after it. And it lands right next to about a dozen kids in the bleachers. Also next to Yummy Dog. Count still 0-2 for Vincent Morrow. Beaver looks at the catcher, Bolton. Kicks and tosses. Pitch taken by Morrow for a ball. Rather, he goes down looking for the second out. Two gone in the top of the 7th. Batavia down 3-1. Hunter von Zelowitz comes back up to the plate. Has a pair of strikeouts on the day. Still has yet to find his rhythm. He's got a teammate at first. And he sits on the first pitch for ball one. It missed low and outside. Beaver comes set. Lifts and deals. Pitch misses low and away once again. Rather, the umpire has a change of heart and says it's a strike. Count 1-1 for the righty. Beaver, next pitch. Von Zelowitz doesn't go. Count 2-1. Beaver, a glance at first, delivers the pitch. Smacked foul, first base side over the netting. Count 2-2. Quick timeout called at the plate. Beaver looks at his teammate Espinal at first. Next pitches hit foul to the backstop by Von Zelowitz. Count remains 2-2. Americans in front with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. One runner on for Niagara Falls. It's the first baseman, Michael Soers. He's got a two-step lead off of the bag. Beaver, his next throw. Swing and a miss to retire the side. And the Muckdogs get another chance to cut a 2-run deficit when we return.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York.
New pitcher on the mound for the Americans in the bottom of the 7th. It's Jude Lowry. Lowry, a freshman out of SUNY Niagara, a right-handed thrower, standing at 6 foot, 175 pounds. Has posted a .655 ERA in just over 23 innings. First pitch to the lefty, Austin, hammered out to deep right center. It falls to the warning track, and Austin races to second. The throw to the infield, not in time. And what a way for the Muckdogs to get started. Austin on base for the second time today. Brings up the other Justin in the roster, Justin Espinal, the first baseman. Muckdogs down 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. One runner, 180 feet from scoring. It starts to rain in Dwyer Stadium, but the action still goes on. First pitch, curveball up and in. Nearly hits Espinal, but he takes it for a 1-0 count. Lowry, ball in the right arm. Looks at his teammate Harper, who's behind the dish, and lets loose. Another one taken by Espinal, just a bit outside, as the sound effects board says, for a 2-0 count. Lowry looks at second, but deals. Pitch is sat on by Espinal again, and he has himself a 3-0 count. All the pressure on the new pitcher, Jude Lowry. Came in for Luke Blandino, who started the game. He pitched the entirety of the contest thus far, and Espinal is walked on a 4-pitch walk. Espinal trots to first. Runners on first and second, with James Mason, the extra hitter, back up to the plate. Mason reached first on a fielder's choice, his opening trip to the plate. Got out at home after running from third and followed that outing with a ground out to short. First pitch, he lays down a bunt, races to first. The throw from the pitcher to third does not beat Austin, and the bases are juiced. Rather, in fact, got Austin. I misspoke. Looked like he was staying to talk to head coach Joey Martinez, but instead he shuffles back to the dugout. Runners on first and second. It's Espinal and Mason. And Jake Vesco comes back to the plate. He doubled his first time around and then struck out. Has 2 runners on with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and the Muckdogs are down 2. First pitch, he takes 4-1. Two-step leadoff for Espinal at second, and Mason at first. Next pitch does not find the strike zone. It was below the knees and outside for a 2-0 count. Glove under the chin for Lowry. Kicks and tosses. Fastball misses. Whether it's low and away, taken by Vesco for a strike. He's got a 2-1 count. A little bit of downpour in Dwyer Stadium, but I'm nice and dry in the press box. Next pitch is slapped foul over the grandstand. Count 2-2. But Batavia and Dwyer Stadium specifically, no stranger to rain, had its fair share of downpour so far this summer. Next pitch, breaking ball outside, taken by Vesco for a full count. Lowry kicks and delivers. Pitch grounded up to the shortstop. Ooh by Vesco. 1 out at second. Back to first for a double play. A 6-4-3 double play by the Americans sends us to the top of the 8th. The Muckdogs down 2 with just 2 chances to respond from home plate. We go to the 8th inning after this.
What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
We just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up! Muckdog Ale!
Go Dogs, baby!
Jeez, this guy stinks. Go to the bullpen. Ready?
Me?
Thanks
Thanks to these Muckdogs jerseys, which you can buy now, I'm still fresh and still clean.
Yo, Eric and Jason, where'd y'all get this car at?
Pellegrino.
Where's that at?
Batavia.
The best auto dealership in Western New York.
Top of the 8th in Dwyer Stadium, the Muckdogs trail 3-1 to the Americans with a new pitcher on the mound. It's Reed Markham, a freshman out of Lindsey Wilson College, standing at 6'4", 240 pounds, a right-handed tosser. Signaling the end of the day for Garrett Beaver. Beaver got his start midway through the game when Gage Wheaton came out, and what a start it was for Wheaton. 9 strikeouts on the game, but despite some stellar pitching, the Muckdogs are down 2 runs late at home. Jake Hollins leading off for Niagara Falls, a left-handed hitter. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop-out. It's a righty-lefty duel, and it starts right now. Markham kicks and tosses. First pitch grounded foul, first base side for an 0-1 count. Markham has the glove at his belt, nods to his teammate Bolton, and fires. Curveball taken by Hollins for strike 2. Markham lifts the leg and delivers. Pitch is lasered out to right field. It falls foul past the first baseline. And Jake Hollins stays alive. Count 1-2 for the lefty. Markham darts the pitch. Ball chopped to the third baseman Butler. He grabs it, toss across the diamond to Espinal, gets the first out. So Hollins goes down from the ground out, and Miles Ooh steps back up to the plate. He's gotten on base both times today with a double and a walk. 3-1 Muckdogs down in the top of the 8th. No outs, rather no runners on, 1 out, and a decent bit of rain casting over the field. The shortstop steps into the box, and Markham at the mound kicks the leg and releases the pitch. Upstairs and in, taken for strike 1. And looking at the hit total for both squads, the Muckdogs 8 runs to Niagara Falls' 3. But despite that, they're still down in the scoreboard. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Ooh, and he's down 0-2. Markham from the stretch fires the pitch. Grounded to the second baseman, Austin. He flips it up to first for another out. And that's 2 gone. Sam Heim, the last hitter in the Americans lineup, comes up to swing. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. No runners on for the Americans in the top of the 8th. First pitch from Markham. Fastball below the knees and outside for the righty Heim. Has the count at 1-0. Next pitch. Rolls behind the dish and taken by Heim for a ball. Off to a quick 2-0 start in the count. Markham nods to Bolton. Darts the pitch. Misses low and away again, and it bounces to the backstop for a 3-0 count. Markham, glove at the belt, cannons the pitch, finds the inside part of the plate for strike 1. And Heim watched it go right past him. 3-1 offering from Markham. Smacked foul, first base side. Brings the count to full. (3-2) for the righty Heim. Markham takes a deep breath, nods, and fires. Curveball up and in for ball 4. Puts one runner on first for the Americans with 2 outs. The leadoff hitter, Nick Monil, back to the plate. The left fielder started his day off with a walk, was the first run scored by the Americans in the top of the first, has since then grounded out twice. Lefty swings and misses on the first pitch. Count 0-1 for the left fielder. He readjusts his black gloves. Heim with a 2-step lead off of first. Next pitch is hacked at, but ruled foul. Count falls to 0-2. Ball in the right arm of Markham. Bent over, looks at first, and deals the pitch. Popped up high to shallow right. Austin at the right place at the right time, makes the grab for the final out. No runs on no hits and no errors. Bottom of the 8th at Dwyer Stadium, Muckdogs trail 3-1.
Big Red, you want to your friend here?
Of course, this is Tully the Turtle. Want to know why? We're at Tully's. Can I have a table for 3?
Yes, of course. Right this way.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice here.
Come out to Tully's for great food and good times.
Back of the order up for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the 8th as Batavia trails 3-1 to Niagara Falls. Jude Lowry still working the mound for the Americans. And the center fielder, TJ Morris, leading off for the Muckdogs. Morris, 1 for 2. Had a ground out to second his first time around and then singled. Was brought home from the RBI single by Jake Butler. Chops the first pitch foul. Ball lands near the Muckdogs dugout, and the count 0-1 for the freshman. Lowry comes set from the stretch, fires. Ball drilled out to left field, but foul. Near the Muckdogs bullpen, and Morris in 2 pitches has himself an 0-2 count. Lowry, glove below the chin, delivers the pitch. Breaking ball taken by Morris for the first ball of the at-bat. Niagara Falls coming into today a game and a half out of the Tarp Skunks for the 4 seed in the West. The Americans trying to make a late rally as Morris grounds the pitch over to the shortstop. Ooh, and the throw to first beats him for out number 1. The leadoff hitter, Lucas Lopez, back up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a pop-out, fly-out, and a single. A left-handed hitter. And as I was saying, the Americans may be 6th in the Western Division, but it's a tight race between them, the Red Wings, and the Tarp Skunks for the 4 seed in the playoffs. Lopez hacks the first pitch foul. A win today would put them 14-23. Still behind the Red Wings, but still a notch closer as the next pitch is taken for a strike by Lopez. Count 0-2. And if the Americans got to the 4 seed in the playoffs, they'd be facing more than likely the Muckdogs in the first round as Batavia firmly holds the 1 seed. Count 1-2 for Lucas Lopez. Next pitch from Lowry. Sneaks into the inside corner for strike 3. Lopez goes down looking. Suddenly 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Muckdogs down 3-1, no runners on base for Batavia. Jake Butler back up to swing. Had an RBI single in his last at-bat. That was the hit that brought Morris home, the first run of the game for the Muckdogs. Butler takes the first pitch for a 1-0 count. Glove behind the back of Lowry. Looks at the catcher Harper, gets set, and delivers. Butler, doesn't offer. Count falls to 1-1. The rain appears to have stopped in Batavia, but the bleachers and everything around it still wet. Count 2-1 after the off-speed outside pitch misses for a ball. Lowry from the stretch fires the pitch. Grounded up to the shortstop. Ooh, a throw to first beats the runner, Butler. And that retires the side. No one left on base for the Muckdogs. And we go to the final inning of action when we return. The Americans in front with a 3-1 advantage against the Muckdogs.
Man, I have some great cards here.
Well, you better have the house. That's what I got, baby. Go Dogs!
God.
Why are you guys gambling here?
Because we got nowhere else to go.
Batavia Downs is right down the road.
I heard they have horse racing.
Batavia Downs, Hotel and Casino.
8315 Park Road in Batavia, New York.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey.
Niagara Falls gets one more chance to add some runs to its total. The Americans had 3-1 against the Muckdogs, with Dominic Mariani leading off. Mariani, a right-handed hitter. First pitch hits Mariani in the back. He walks to first as the pitch bounced over the backstop off his back. First time getting on base for Mariani. Gavin Boyle next in the lineup for Niagara Falls. Started his day off with an RBI double, which brought Monial home. Has since then struck out and flown out. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Reed Markham still on the mound for the Muckdogs. Markham from the stretch fires the pitch. Misses upstairs and inside for a 1-0 count. Markham, a quick look over his shoulder at first. Releases the 1-0. Pitch taken by Boyle. Boyle. For a 2-0 count. Boyle already ahead. Markham fires a pickoff to first, but to no success as Mariani is back at the bag. 2-0 pitch from Markham. High and in for another ball. It's a 3-0 count for the lefty Boyle. Rain has resumed at Dwyer Stadium. Markham, 3-0 offering. Finds the inside part of the plate for strike one as Boyle watched it go past him. A one-step lead off of first by Mariani. Next pitch, hammered out to right center. It falls. The right fielder, Vesco, throws it back to the infield, but not before runners reach the corners for the Americans with no outs. Dalton Harper back up to the plate after he doubled in his last at-bat. Runners at first and third for the Americans. No outs. Niagara Falls ahead 3-1. First pitch fouled off over the press box. Count lowers to 0-1. Markham, ball, and his right arm kicks and tosses. Fastball below the knees and outside for an even 1-1 count. Markham, glove at the chest, fires the pitch. In there for another strike. The throw to Austin does not beat the runner. Boyle, and that's a stolen bag for the right fielder. I'd rather that previous pitch was a ball, so the count 2-1 for Dalton Harper. Two runners in scoring position for the Americans. It's Boyle at third and Harper at second. Bolton and Markham having a brief conversation at the mound. Bolton returns to home plate. Two-one count for the righty Harper. Markham kicks and deals. Another pitch. It gets away from the catcher, Bolton. And it's Mariani, I should say, who scores from third. Lead increases 2-3 for the Americans in the top of the ninth. Runner 90 feet away for Niagara Falls. Batavia down 4-1. No outs in the bottom at the top of the ninth. Next pitch from Markham. This is outside yet again. Bolton having to go to the backstop for the ball, and that's another run scored. This time it's Gavin Boyle. Bolton trotting to the Muckdogs dugout after the throw missed his glove. No runners on anymore for Niagara Falls. The score 5-1 in favor of the Americans. No outs. Markham gets set. Duns the pitch. It's popped up. Bolton watches it fly. It lands over the grandstand for a 3-2 count. Markham releases the payoff pitch. This is outside. Ball 4 for Dalton Harper. And after a long at-bat, he's going to the first base. 5-1, Niagara Falls ahead of Batavia. Muckdogs Meeting at the mound, possibly the end of the day for Reed Markham as the pitching coach Grant Bickham joins the conversation. Markham, the third pitcher of the day for the Muckdogs. It was Gage Wheaton who had nothing short of a strong start for Batavia in this matchup. 9 strikeouts thrown. Becomes the team leader in Ks after surpassing Matt Massitti's 31. Wheaton, 37 total strikeouts on the summer. Markham still working the mound. He's been kept in the game. First pitch. Misses low and away. Soares doesn't offer. Count 1-0. Markham from the stretch guns the pitch. It's slapped foul to the backstop for an even 1-1 count. (5-1) Americans lead in the top of the ninth with no outs and 1 runner on first. Markham, his next delivery, up and away, either inside as it almost knocks Soares in the helmet. But he avoids it and goes ahead in the count. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count falls to 2-2. Soares went for it, but came up empty. Markham, a glance at first, kicks and deals. Misses upstairs and outside. Count full for the first baseman, Soares. Markham, payoff pitch. Swung on, hit high to first base territory. It is caught by Espinal, who had to move about 10 feet to his left for the grab, but he makes the play for the first out. Vincent Morrow next in the lineup. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. A righty duel. First pitch from Markham. Bunt laid down, but it bounces foul over the netting. Count 0-1. Harper still on first. 1 out in the top of the ninth. Next pitch from Markham. Again, smacked foul first base side. Count lowers to 0-2. Markham comes set, guns the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Morrow goes down for the second out. Markham starting to find his rhythm as Hunter Von Zelowitz walks up to the box. 3 consecutive strikeouts for the designated hitter. His teammate Harper on first, and Von Zelowitz takes the first pitch for ball 1. One oh the count for the righty. The next throw, clobbered foul. Again, first base side. And it's an even 1-1 count for the designated hitter. Ball at the knees of Markham. Looks at his teammate Espinal at first and delivers. Pitch up and in, makes contact with Von Zelowitz. Puts him on the bag for the first time today and also brings Harper to second. He's in scoring position. Jake Hollins swinging next for the Americans. 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch. Whiffs at the first throw by Markham. Count 0-1 for the lefty. The Americans lead 5-1 against the Muckdogs with 2 gone and 2 runners on in the top of the 9th. Markham, next pitch. Clubbed foul over the netting. Count falls to 0-2. Markham just needs one more strike to get out of the inning. He fires. Fastball upstairs and in for a 1-2 count. Batavia, one last chance to respond. It'll come in the bottom of the 9th, but the Muckdogs trail by 4. Next pitch, rocketed foul over the Muckdogs dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hollins ready in the box. Markham comes set and whips the pitch. Ball tipped foul over the backstop. Runners return to their respective bases. Count still at 1-2. Ball near the knees of Markham. He wipes a bit of sweat off his forehead and delivers. Next pitch is catapulted foul over the grandstand, and count again remains 1-2 after several foul balls. Next pitch, upstairs and inside, brings the count to 2-2 for the lefty. Markham looking at Bolton. He gives the signal, and he gets set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss to retire the side. 2 runs on 1 hit and no errors. 2 runners left on base for the Americans, and we go to the bottom of the 9th, where it's do or die for the Muckdogs.
Yo, what's happening?
My knee!
All right, we'll get you in here. Come on. Checked out, all right? All right. You good? Yep. All right, let's go.
You look at your trainer's table. Okay. Gotta get this done quick.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Something wrong with his knee. I'm not sure what it is.
His knee, huh?
My knee.
Let's take a look.
Nothing I can do. I send out a roster to Regional Health, the best medicine services in Western New York.
It's now or never for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the ninth. Batavia down 5-1 after 2 more runs scored for Niagara Falls. And Cooper Romick, the designated hitter, leads off for Batavia. For Niagara Falls, it's Jude Lowry still on the mound. It's a righty-righty duel. On the day, Romick started off with a single, but then went down looking and flew out to the right fielder, Boyle. Comes up to the plate with Batavia's back against the wall. Romick and his yellow bat step into the box to face off against Lowry. From the stretch, Lowry fires. Swing and a miss by Romick. And he's down 0-1. Romick raises the bat. Glove at the chin for Lowry. He kicks and tosses. Misses downstairs and away for an even 1-1 count. Ball behind Lowry's back. It's inserted into the glove. And the pitch is thrown. It's fouled off by Romick. First base side. And the count reduces to 1-2. It's gone nearly silent in Dwyer. The 1-2. Misses low and in. It's under the knees of Romick for an even 2-2. Next pitch at the dirt and taken by Romick for a full count. He's done a solid job of battling back. Payoff pitch to the righty. Romick swung on and missed for the first out. And Batavia has 2 lives remaining in this ball game at Dwyer Stadium. James Bolton comes up with 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. Batavia down 5-1. First pitch taken by Bolton for a 1-0 count. Just under the 3-hour mark of today's ball game. Next pitch is at the toes of Bolton, and he stands flat-footed for a 2-0 count. Lowry set, kicks, and releases. Fastball low and outside of the righty Bolton. He takes it for a strike. And the count 2-1 for the catcher. Go with the chest for Lowry. He cannons the pitch. Bolton whiffs at it and comes up empty. Count falls to 2-2. Left fielder Sean Mendez on deck. 2-2 offering from Lowry, chopped up foul into the Muckdogs dugout. Count stands at 2-2 for James Bolton. Bolton coming into today leads the squad in batting average, hitting .406 and drills the next pitch out to right field. It falls, and that's a single for the catcher. His second of the game, which brings up Sean Mendez. 5-1 the score in favor of Niagara Falls. And Sean Mendez, the man to keep Batavia alive. A right-handed hitter awaits the first pitch. It's taken for ball one as it found the outside part of the plate. Mendez 0 for 3 tonight with a pop-out, ground-out, and fly-out. Next pitch, sat on, this time called strike. Count 1-1 for the left fielder. Quick glance to first by Lowry, but he deals the pitch. It's grounded foul, third base side by Mendez. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. The second baseman, Justin Austin, on deck. Mendez gets ready. Lowry set and lets loose. Swing and a miss by Mendez for another strikeout for Lowry. And Batavia down to its final out. 5-1 Americans ahead in Dwyer Stadium. And Justin Austin, the lefty hitter, comes up to the plate. Austin grounded out earlier today, was walked and then doubled in his most recent at-bat. He swings and misses on the first pitch. Oh, 1 count for Austin. Next pitch. Misses downstairs and outside to raise the count to 1-1. Bolton at first. Next pitch from Lowry. Curveball just a notch outside to Austin, and it's taken for ball 2. Two gone for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the 9th. It's do or die. Next pitch is hammered out to left field, and the final grab was almost made barehanded, but dropped at the last second by Nick O'Neill. And Austin gets to first and puts Bolton in scoring position. Espinal, the next hitter in the lineup for Batavia, was walked in his most recent at-bat. And a pinch runner coming in for Justin Austin at first. It's Yankiel Gonzalez. Gonzalez has just 2 stolen bags on the summer. But he comes in when the Muckdogs are down to their last out. First pitch. Espinal stands flat-footed. Count 0-1. Gonzalez, a 2-step lead off of the first base bag. Bolton, the same at second. The 0-1. Swing and a miss from Espinal. And the count falls to 0-2. The count for the righty Espinal. Next pitch. Popped up foul first base territory, and Soares gets underneath it to put the Muckdogs out of their misery. The Americans come on the road and handle business, taking down the first seed Muckdogs 5-1 at Dwyer Stadium. Batavia falls to 28-9-1 on the summer. 28-8-1 on the summer, I should say. And that'll do it for me and the entirety of the Muckdogs staff. I'm Jared Valentin saying thank you so much for tuning in.